If we only had a second shot, we'd find another way. If we could do it all over.
Hi, Ren!
Hi, Seth.
How are you?
Yeah, okay naman. It's good to be here in your lovely channel.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you for accepting our invitation para mas maraming matuto kung ano yung mga pinagdaanan mo and of course, the importance of having health savings.
All the listeners of this channel, of this wonderful channel. So my name is Ren. For today, I'm just gonna discuss how to overcome challenges and overcome major challenges, and at the same time the importance of a dedicated health savings or medical benefits in your financial life. Last 2018, I was diagnosed with a rare blood disease, PNH, o para nabubulong na ako dito. Paroxysmal Nocturnal Hemoglobinuria.
Oh, ano ulit yung paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria. Tama ba?
Yeah.
Ayun.
Are commonly known as PNH. So it's considered as a bone marrow failure type of disease, wherein my red blood cells gets destroyed. Usually, ang pinaka-symptom niya, you have a dark urine. At the same time, the overall blood count drop. So including not only the red blood cells, but white blood cells and platelets, which is very important because if you have a low white blood cells, then you have a low immune system, which is luckily I'm past that stage already. If I had this disease at this time, it would be more big scare for me with this pandemic and with COVID. It's because your immune system is low. At the same time, your platelet is also low, meaning I have a high risk of high risk of bleeding. At a certain time, parang yung transfusion goes about every week or every other week. So it was a bit, of course, it's costly to do transfusion every time. At the same time, syempre masakit kasi lagi kang kukuha ng blood, lalagyan ng blood. Meron siyang medicine that yung pwede siyang gamitin to treat yung PNH. But the problem is, it was one of the most expensive medicines in the whole world. What we call the Silderis, the second expensive medicine in the whole world yon. And nakuha naman namin yon so compassionate use. Kaya lang kasi after 6 months, hindi siya nag-work eh. So parang in our count here in the Philippines, around 10 kami yata nagkaroon ng PNH. Sa amin, after 6 months of use, na bone marrow transplant. Decided mag bone marrow transplant na, which is a curative, treatment rather than yung gamot. Kasi yung gamot will just maintain you. Alright? So, maintain you, kasi kahit na nakagamot ako noon, meron pa rin yung transfusion. So, kapag marami ka ng transfusion, yung bone marrow transplant option is being reduced. Parang hindi mo na siya ma-avail kasi masyado ka marami na transfusion sa katawan. So that's why nag-decide kami na yung bone marrow transplant, which is what very expensive. Number one natutunan ko doon will be, you just take your time, or you just need to take it day by day. Hindi ka naman biglang gagaling na agad kasi mamaya kasi nagkasakit ka. Siyempre, people will feel heavy. Ba't ako may sakit? Which actually hindi ko naman natanong during treatment. Hindi ko siya natanong. Pero ako siya after yung tapos na, ako nagkasakit? Which is, siyempre, common naman yun, common reaction ng people kung nagkakasakit. Ba't ako? Why me? You need to take it one day at a time. In a way, you can tell na it's a blessing. Kasi blessing siya kasi some people will have this will have this challenge maybe later on of their lives na yung parang medyo matanda na yung medyo mahirap. Parang mahirap ka ng gumaling. Number one, siyempre, I was less risky to take on bone marrow transplant because mas bata pa ako eh. Pero kung medyo matanda ka na nagkasakit, medyo riskier na to do that, di ba? Hospital ka at the time, parang kayo lang nandun eh. Kasi people outside hindi naman nare-realize na maraming may sakit eh. So parang it's up to you. So parang naiintindihan mo yung when someone is in pain or in sickness, you do understand them. Parang you empathize with them. To to be frank, wala talaga akong health savings at the time. At the same time, I was in transition from work kasi I was in my last work I was not still on a permanent role noon at the time. So wala pa talaga akong coverage. What you call a medical health plan. Ang nag-shoulder talaga would be my wife and of course yung family. So that's why very important yung yung in terms of yung having a dedicated health savings plan because you might not know ano yung cost eh. Yung cost na binigay ng doctor sa amin, yung initial estimate niya was on what?
Magkano yun?
was around 3.5 yata, 2.5 yata.
2.5 million. That's for what?
For the bone marrow transplant.
Bone marrow transplant. Hindi pa nakasama, di ba, yung mga parang yung initial na mga gamot, hospitalization, di ba?
Yun. Hindi siya namin na all-in yun. Pero overall, hindi siya umabot ng 2.5. So, ang cost niya was way, way more than because number one, because I was PNH, yung bone marrow treatment ko was different from the regular na bone marrow transplant. Kasi depende pala depende sa sakit kung ano yung protocol. Marami itong cost. At the same time, maraming post-recovery cost, which actually sabi ng asawa ko, sabihin ko, i-check mo yung post-recovery cost na malaki. Yung post-recovery cost was big din. That's why yung very important yung saving. Kasi hindi mo alam na parang ito lang yung sakit mo, parang, kaya yan. Pero eventually, so, kung kinumbine mo lahat, ang dami pala, ang laki pala ng cost. That's why you need to have that big buffer. So, yun yung number one that I want to say. Number two is, you have savings already that has already, parang enough already. I guess kapag yun nga, kailangan may dedicated ka. Kasi we feel sometimes, ang tendency natin, we budget, parang, hindi naman ako magkakasakit. Hindi ako mag-budget dyan. Alright? So, luckily, in a way, my parents was advanced in thinking na baka kailangan ko ng buffer in the future. So parang they can afford to maybe pay for the treatment na parang in a way it's parang swerte ako na nag-ipon sila, may buffer sila. Be conservative in terms of you budget already. Kunyari, budget for a future large expense naman. Technically large expense in the future. So hindi siya kunyari hindi lang siya yung, I budget for travel money ko when I retire. So, dapat may budget ako talaga, big budget for health. Tapos, secondly, be aggressive when kailangan mo talaga ng cash. So, ibig sabihin, mag-start ka talaga ng money if needed to be. Kasi some people nga, parang naghihintay sila na wala pa yung money, so wala silang time to get. So, kailangan aggressive ka na nun. Kasi, to get money, to have money. Mag-ask ka ng help or kung kailangan pumila sa PCSO, do that.
So yun diba? So be conservative in your budgeting, diba? If you really have these larger expenses. And then be aggressive, diba? If you need money, be aggressive in getting money.
Yeah.
So you ask for help, be humble. And then kung kailangan ng government intervention, you ask for help from the government also. And of course, kanina binanggit mo rin, you save and put dedicated money for the health needs. So, yun, very important. And at the same time, since hindi mo alam kung hanggang mapoprolong yung pagkakasakit natin, so we need buffer also. One of the uncertainties yung having major illness, lalo na kung major illness yan. So,
major illness,
hindi natin alam kung hanggang kailan siya
tatagal o kailan mangyayari.
Not having health insurance or medical benefit.
Yeah, yung regret ko doon is, parang I had a plan. So,
Pero hindi siya covered.
Hindi siya covered.
Oo, tapos wala ka rin hospital income benefit.
Wala ka rin.
So parang yung stay mo sa hospital, totally yung plan mo na existing, hindi siya kino-cover nung plan mo ngayon.
Kung if I had a hospital income benefit, parang it could have been helpful kasi.
Oo. Tapos may long-term hospitalization din yun eh. So kung tumagal ka ng 30 days.
Kung if you had a plan like that, it's advantageous because I stayed around, marami akong days in the hospital, which is, kung maka-count, probably 100 days din stay ko for the last 2 years of my health journey. So,
365
those plans are
Kasi di ba, the daily hospital income benefit is 30 days. So after 30 days, plus na siya dun sa long-term hospitalization, that will cover you up to 365 days. So yun yung
kung
advantage.
Advantage kung so nung maybe for some of you baka hindi niyo appreciate yung benefit niyo. I'll tell you siya, beneficial sa kung if I had that. And if I had that, pero yung yung din limitations din ng ng mga life insurance plan, may limit din siya. That's why kailangan yung buffer mo malaki. Talaga siya, it's a combination of maraming savings, different plans, and different financial factor. In terms of get employment, dapat meron kang medical benefits that the company offers you, and you need to check kung competitive siya. Kung mababa lang yung offer ng medical benefits, maybe decide kung maybe look for another work that has more competitive package. In PhilHealth, you cannot, PhilHealth, I'm thankful for PhilHealth kasi nagkaroon ng discount over 2 years. PhilHealth, it's not 100% coverage. Lang siya, certain lang siya, 5 to 10% lang siya. And if you don't have one, if you're a self-employed or an individual employee, you need to get on your own. And kung wala, di available, kung masyado expensive, then maybe you can just have a simple bank account or a depository account that is able to so maybe kahit natalo siya in terms of return, ando lang siya para easy access when kailangan mo na siya. Yun yung mga options.
Okay, tama-tama na mention mo. So, if you were to rewind, so for example, hindi ka pa nagkakasakit, di ba? Anong preparation yung gagawin mo? Yung mga what-ifs mo, masasagot nitong preparation.
Number 1 is to really check on your benefits as an employee. First, I'll advise that. You need to check because some would cover yung maybe some of yung what happened to me. Probably the company can cover it for so you need to check kung talagang I guess yung number 1 priority mo. You need to get maybe a critical illness plan among all either of the life insurance firms. You need to get one. Of course, depends sa budget mo. So kung yung budget mo is not that high enough, then maybe get an entry level plan first. And third is, I guess, you need to save enough money. Kung if you're saving for travel in the future, down payment in your house, or probably a college fund, maybe start small. Maybe put a health in case of like an emergency savings plan. Kasi hindi sa emergency savings plan kasi malaki yung coverage. So I think maybe you need to check as well yung lines of credit mo. So maybe you need to check kung especially if you don't have any credit history. Kung wala kang ng credit card cover that, wala kang liability, wala kang savings to cover that, hindi maging masyado siyang problematic. So yun, I guess, is part. And in terms of health, I guess, maybe be observant of your of what you feel. So if you have APE, you do it every year. APE ka, tapos kapag maybe if the company is offering just a basic APE, maybe you can go to a higher plan na yung merong stress test and everything. I guess yun din, priority din yung health eh. Right now nga parang kami ng wife ko, nag-invest kami, meron akong blood pressure dito, may oximeter kami, even before the pandemic. So may oximeter, dapat din may oximeter ka to test yung oxygen mo. Ako meron na dati, mga 2 years na meron na ako. So parang yung lifestyle, of course, pwede ka naman this pandemic na jump proof ka, di ba?
Jump proof, oo.
So at this
kailangan
pandemic,
pawisan.
kailangan pawisan.
Hindi na siya same thing eh. Hindi na siya same nung nagtatrabaho ka, nang lumalabas ka. So parang you have to find activity na mag-fit sa'yo. Hindi natin siya ma-realize kung hindi siya nangyari sa atin. Diba? So, kaya para siyang what if, so ang unang-una mo, diba? What if kung sinek ko yung employee benefits ko? Enough ba siya i-cover ang any health issues ko? Diba? So, second, what if I have my critical illness benefits? So, di ba, at least, di ba, nakatulong dun sa mas malaki ko pang gastos, the critical illness benefits. And even the hospital income benefit kung meron. So, sabi mo nga kanina. So, that is another, subcontract ridership that we can include. So, yun. Tapos, your third, di ba, parang savings. Di ba? Savings. So, parang ilang beses mong inuulit yun. So, parang magkaroon ka ng particular. Kung ikaw may pang-travel ka, kung meron ka pang retirement, dapat meron ka rin pang health.
Pang health, yeah. So, parang dapat at the back of your mind, dapat lagi may isip na meron ka lang buffer for this.
Yes.
So, kunyari, kung if something happens, kung wala naman mangyari sa'yo, then good. Magagamit mo pa rin naman yung buffer niyo.
Yes.
So, mas maganda meron, kaysa wala. Check as well your mental health. So, di lang din siya, di lang physical health, dapat, whole, mental health din.
And how did PNH change your life?
After going to that journey, maybe you need to reevaluate din your plans. Maybe ito yung original plan mo, pero maybe God will want a different plan to you. Right now, as I'm working with MG as a coach, teaching, so maybe mas magandang teaching na lang rather than going back to corporate after that, after that journey. Yun yung pinaka-major change na sa akin. Maybe you can do whatever you want. It's better to be teach and help the younger generation. I think God will appreciate kung ma-achieve yung goals mo na even though it's maybe a small thing or a big thing, may ma-accomplish ka na lang for God rather than yung for yourself. And para ma-appreciate mo every little help. Kasi I do remember, it was December when I was asking for, at the time, blood donor. Parang December na yun, before malapit na mag-pandemic na. Sa January pandemic, di ba? So, malapit mag-pandemic. So, parang, it was hard to get, people to donate blood because it was Christmas eh. So, kapag Christmas, maraming hindi nag-donate, number one. Kasi maraming ginagawa, maraming stress ng tao. So, minsan, hindi sila na-accept, either mataas yung BP, mataas yung Kung talaga, so, yung mga people that donated blood on their own time. Tapos pa siya, time-consuming pa siya. Hindi lang siya yung pupunta lang doon, mag-donate ka, about 3-4 hours din yung iba eh. So, parang they give that time. So, parang guess yun nga, kahit hindi sila help yung ginagawa mo sa tao, it's very helpful. Hindi nyo lang nare-realize na kung yan, bigay ka ng time mo, it's very helpful to be. Parang doon ko na-appreciate na kahit yung small help will go a long way. And ganun ka rin in a way sa other people. Kung yan, kahit sa konti ng itulong mo, di mo alam na malaking impact.
Any advice that you can give to those who are about to give up or having a hard time? Or to the people who can hear you in general?
To overcome challenges, is number one is you need to have a strong relationship with God. You have faith, and you have maybe like a talking relationship. Kasi when you're there already, you need to just really focus on you and your relationship with God. Kasi mga all the negative things or bad things that's happening, kung andun ka na sa medyo on the riskiest time in your life, wala na siya eh. Parang kailangan mo na siya i-drop. At the end of that, kayong dalawa lang man talaga nag-uusap eh. Parang even though, andun yung family mo, andun yung wife mo to support, kailangan ready ka to let go of all the things in life and just focus on the relationship with God. So that's first one. And secondly, be appreciative of all the goodness that happen to you. Parang, yung sinabi ko sa'yo earlier, parang nabay blessing siya. Parang dapat appreciative ka pa rin. So, if you're having a hard time, dapat you need to take a step back, maybe take a deep breath. Kasi yun nga parang sometimes we are programmed na to do day-to-day, yung sobrang busy na natin, nakalimutan natin, parang I'm stressed na, tapos ito na may buhay ko, parang kailangan step back ka, and maybe take a pause in your life, tapos then appreciate yung all the goodness that for all the good things that have happened in your life. So, I guess yun, kailangan ma-overcome mo. And take it day by day. You don't need to, take it day by day. And you need to have that image pa rin that gagaling ka. Dapat importante rin yun na kasi some people be harder for them. And siyempre, going to chemotherapy, going to surgery, or going to mabigat sila. Masakit. Either it's painful, physically, painful din mentally. Pero dapat meron ka pa rin na end goal that, yung parang that belief na, no, I can overcome this. I want to still live. So yun ang aking, I can say.
So, ang ganda naman
people who have a hard time.
So, thank you for inspiring us, Nighty, with your experience. Kasi for sure, marami dyan na people are giving up, people are complaining, diba, about it. So, we are very thankful that we hear you today and you share your experiences about your PNH, bone marrow transplant, diba? Na parang hindi siya simple. So,
Thank you.
So,
yung parting shot ko dyan, so dapat, kailangan, alagaan mo si Dino.
Alagaan niya ako, hindi ako ayayin, hindi ako saktan, huwag ako sasaktan. Dapat submissive, diba? Submissive sila.
Submissive, submissive.
Dapat submissive, diba? Submissive sila.
Submissive, submissive.